even if the House as a full body passes it, it's going to go to the Senate, and we'll see if they're able to cut it. Because if they're not able to cut the spending from Medicaid, it is totally unclear as to how they're going to find any money to cut.
Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Bedford, and I'm here with commentary editor Conn Carroll. California Governor Gavin Newsom has put forward his new budget, and he is blaming some of the shortfalls on Trump tariffs.
Yes.
That is not the cause of his economic woes, is it?
Not at least the budget woes, no. I mean, California's economy is, slowing down and has been for a while. But California's budget is uniquely dependent on the stock market. Through the tech bubble and all those years, a lot of, wealth gets generated in California, and they have really made it so that they tax those capital gains heavily. So when the stock market suffers, as it has since Trump has been president, California's budget is hit hard. But actually, taxes so far this year are actually up higher than what Newsom had originally projected. But he's saying in the future, we're not going to get as many gains as we have. But the real story here is the growth in spending, which has just been insane under Gavin Newsom. When Gavin Newsom came to power in 2019, California's state budget was about $200 billion. It was $199 billion to be exact. It is now $320 billion. So this is a state budget that has grown by 60% in just 5 years. While, get this, California's population has actually decreased.
So Democrats seem to be recognizing some of the problems with their model of governing, right? Where you're talking about blue cities, blue states. And, in my lifetime, blue states have always been kind of a little worse off. Blue cities, obviously more of a mess than, smaller red cities and towns that have Republican leadership. Why do you think now all of a sudden it's becoming a recognized political issue for them on a national level, when this has always sort of been in the background that blue states are higher taxes and worse?
Well, I think blue states have been higher taxed for a while, but it didn't really come through in the election results until this year, where you saw pretty much the entire nation move to the right, move towards Republicans. But what really shocked people was that it moved the most in Democratic areas, in blue states. So people that have experienced blue state rule don't like it the most. And so you have just, not only have you had people leaving California, Illinois, New York, for states like Florida, Texas, South Carolina, but now you have Democrats in those states really, starting to vote for Republicans, which didn't happen before.
And finally, switching gears, in the House, at least, Republicans are advancing this one big beautiful bill with taxes and other policy items that Trump would like to see passed. But Senator Josh Hawley is warning he doesn't want any cuts to Medicaid, right? Tell me why a conservative would say that.
Well, Josh Hawley is kind of a new kind of Republican. He's been reaching out to labor. He has a bill that would kind of make it easier for unions to organize. So he's trying to do a more kind of populist lane. And so before even the markup this week, he had an op-ed in the New York Times, of all people, saying we should not cut Medicaid. And then after the House actually did finally pass their bill through committee, he came out and says that as it is, he's not going to vote for it. And this is going to be a very interesting problem for Republicans to solve, because even if the House as a full body passes it, it's going to go to the Senate, and we'll see if they're able to cut it. Because if they're not able to cut the spending from Medicaid, it is totally unclear as to how they're going to find any money to cut.
But if taxes for everyone go up because the TCJA tax cuts from 2017 expire, and Josh Hawley is the one who caused that, doesn't that risk backfiring on him?
Possibly, but he just got reelected, and he was reelected quite easily. So I think he feels that he's in a comfortable space where he can kind of make these demands. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Well, Conn, thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
You can get more writing from Conn and the rest of the commentary team at washingtonexaminer.com.